Hi guys, how you doing today? My name is Brendan Reviews, and you motherfuckers will not leave me alone. The first episode to Scariest Media did pretty damn well by my channel's standards, and there's a particular thing that you guys want me to get to for episode 2 more so than anything else. I did have ideas for the next episode, but I figure because this is a brand new series, I'm going to listen to the fans right away before I start doing stuff that I want, you know? And you guys would not shut the hell up about a song called Scissors by Slipknot. Slipknot is another really big metal band, along with Korn and a whole bunch of others that come from like that era of like the 90s, and they're still around to this day. And Slipknot is probably one of the more like scary out of all the bands, at least in appearance, because Slipknot, their performers have some very, very creepy costumes, I'll just say that. But Scissors by Slipknot, huh? Really scary, huh? Will it be Daddy by Korn? I have no idea. So, I guess without further ado, let's hop into Scissors by Slipknot. Alright, 3, 2, 1. Already that's kind of unnerving, I'll just say that. That's a nice build-up. How long is this song? Oh jeez, another 8.5 minute song. Is there going to be anything more than just this? What was that growl?
I played doctor for 5 minutes flat before I cut my heart open and let the air
Okay.
3 bugs, a pound of dust, some wind spilled below me in the strangest manner that had my tears found as it lies out. When my time is red wide open, a black widow will offer me a sweet ordeal. And I die. The candidate of that I selected. She said, don't hesitate, just do what you intended of me.
So far I'm not scared, really. Like, the lyrics definitely could be, you know, creepy, but like...
It's on the story between the lines of skin. Just cause I am not, don't mean that I can feel. I wasn't very much fun to be with anyway. Just let the blood run, good I can't feel.
is this like an operating table kind of deal? Like the guy's on the operating table and like somebody's like torturing him almost? Like...
Biding my time until the time is right. Biding my time until the time is right. Biding my time.
Like, cause he's getting his like heart like taken out, or his heart's getting opened up, his mouth is open and everything. The time is right. 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 My time until the time is right.
Biding my time until the time is right. Biding my time until the time is right. Biding my time until the time is right. Biding my time.
I mean, those vocals are somewhat creepy. They're a little unnerving, but not much, to me at least. We're only halfway through. What the fuck was that? Okay, I don't like that breathing.
Someone inside me, everyone against me, everyone beside me, clawing away the pieces, scratching away.
I'm not really able to get a grip of what the song is about. What the fuck is this? Is this another song where the ending is like the actual like performer like losing his mind over a real story? Like, is this based off of something? Because I gotta look this up after. In order to do my review, I'm gonna have to do a little bit of research because I don't understand. Okay. So that was it. Oh, okay. So this is kind of about like... So apparently a lot of people's interpretation are that the song is about a woman and drugs, and kind of like how both of these things took a toll on the main character, main person that the song is, like from his point of view. Basically how it completely destroyed him on the inside, left him feeling empty with only one desire, and that is to kill himself and die. Like when you read the lyrics, I want to die, I'd rather die, I want to die, you purge, you burn, you purge, I don't need you anymore, I don't need you. To me, it kind of reads as like somebody who is having suicidal thoughts, but is also at the same time trying to accept the fact that this person that he was once in love with, that has now left him, or they're gone for whatever reason, is gone, and he's just trying to accept that. He's trying to accept that he can live without this person, but right now he's not able to. Like, throughout this whole song, he talks about kind of like how his heart was kind of ripped out from beneath him. And at first I thought like Black Widow. I actually was thinking of an insect, but now I realize that the bugs and the spiders and everything have everything to do with kind of like the emptiness, the poison, the toxicity of this relationship versus the actual, bugs. Overall, this song it's a good song for metal fans, at least. Do I find it that scary? Well, what am I doing here? Just, reading the lyrics, man. Let's talk about it. So starting off with the first topic, quality and production. I think this song actually has a pretty killer sound to it. As far as rock songs go, this is a really good screamo, like really hardcore metal, like song. I think this song has some really killer drums, some really killer guitar riffs. It sounds good to listen to. It's a nice headbanger song, as you could see my initial reaction to it. It's a good headbanger song, and I'd say that overall it sounds pretty damn good. The guitar is very good, and towards the end, when the drums are just non-stop going, I think that it was really, really good. I think that the song as a whole is cleverly presented, though the screaming is at times a little over the top. I at least know what they're going for, so I'm not gonna knock it off too much. But with good instrumentals, with good instruments being littered throughout, good drums, good guitars, and all that stuff. But sometimes with the vocals going just a little bit over the top, I'm gonna go ahead and give, for the quality production of Scissors by Slipknot, a 1.5 out of 2. Now moving on to the realism. Because this is obviously a fictional story, let's talk about like the realism of like how someone might feel underneath the toxicity of a bad relationship, and when that person leaves you, and like those suicidal thoughts or maybe those bad thoughts come into mind. Like, is this what somebody really feels? Like, is the anger there? Are the emotions high, right? So, how real are these emotions? As we read the lyrics, I play doctor for 5 minutes flat before I cut my heart open and let the air out. 3 bugs, a pound of dust, some wind spilled before me in the strangest manner that had broke away my tear spout. As I lie there with my tongue spread wide open, a Black Widow had offered me a sweetheart too. As I injected the candid heart that I selected, she said, "Don't hesitate, just do what you have to do to me." This obviously shows like how toxic this relationship is, in that she's probably offering him drugs, especially with the idea of I injected the candid heart that I selected, meaning that he's probably selecting the drug of his choice, or maybe the one that she's offering. And as the time goes on throughout the song, you definitely read that, of course, these lyrics get more and more like aggressive as they go on, more angry, more emotive, to a point where now the main character, he's wanting to take his life. So overall, I would say that the realism factor is pretty damn high. It's not that, because it is a fictional story, I'm not going to knock off any points because it is fictional, but because like some of those like euphemisms are kind of hard to grasp a hold of at first, I'm going to knock off a little bit for that. But just because like as a whole, this is a pretty realistic interpretation of like somebody who is dealing with the toxicity of a relationship and drugs, I'll go ahead and I'm going to give the Realism of Scissors a 1.5 out of 2 respectively. Now moving on to the Gore score. This is going to be kind of a hard one to talk about because that's the thing is that how do you even get into like how gory this is? Because that's the thing, it's all about the toxicity of a relationship and the drugs that this person took and the suicidal tendencies that came with it. Pretty hard to like deal with, especially if somebody out there has dealt with stuff like that. But like, how good is it like gory wise? Well, how brutal is it? And in my opinion, for the most part, it is pretty brutal. It's not that brutal because like at first, the first few lyrics I was just so confused by and trying to interpret them that like it just didn't click with me. I wasn't really getting creeped out. You'll hear that. You obviously heard that in my initial reaction. I wasn't getting very creeped out during the first few verses of the song. Somehow, as the song goes on towards those last 4 minutes, by my time until my time is right, and then obviously saying someone in behind me, someone inside me, everyone against me, everyone beside me, pulling away the pieces, scratching away the abscess, one more, two more, everyone once more, one more, two more, everyone once more. Inside the faces that I hide from you, I want to see you splayed before me. I would rather see before me. You want it, you need it, you want it, you need it. Don't lie, I die, you lie, I lie, oh why? I don't want you to pay anyone when I die. I want to die, I'd rather die, I want to die. You purge, you burn, you purge. I don't need you anymore, I don't need you. Though those last 4 minutes are definitely like what sends this into, being more of a creepy song for some people. And I'd say that the last 4 minutes are about the only true plus to it. Like, though, like talking about toxicity in a relationship and like the effects of drugs can be truly disturbing, it's not that disturbing unless you truly know that weight. I do not know that weight truly. I definitely don't know what it's like to do drugs. But as a whole, the Gore score this isn't that brutal of a song, but it is brutal enough to at least leave a little bit of an impact. So I'm going to go ahead and give the Gore score a 1 out of 2. Now moving on to creep factor. How creepy is this song? Well, as I said, it's not that brutal to begin with. Sure, the topics of toxicity and drugs can definitely be disturbing to some. The one topic that this does bring into question that definitely is disturbing is suicidal tendencies and self-harm, especially with him screaming, "Don't lie, I die, you die, I lie, oh why? I don't want you to pay anyone when I die. I want to die, I'd rather die, I want to die." Like, those lyrics alone do set the standard for what makes this song at least creepy. This isn't a truly horrifying song, not nearly as scary as Daddy was by Korn, but that's mainly due to the fact that Daddy by Korn had more of a unique presentation to it. It was more about trying to get underneath your skin versus an all-out attack on the senses like this song was. This is more like a swarm of bees, whereas with Daddy by Korn was more of a creepy spider that you didn't even notice was on your shoulder, and then you notice right when it's in front of your face kind of deal. Like you're watching it creep up on you. Just for now, this song isn't truly scary, but it definitely does have its moments. Those last 4 minutes are some of the scariest parts of this whole song and do kind of get underneath my skin. But due to the fact that it was kind of hard to interpret and the realism factor isn't all there and just it's not that brutal, I'm going to go ahead and give the creep factor for Scissors by Slipknot a 2 out of 4. So with a 1.5 on the quality and production and a 1.5 from the realism with another 1 from the Gore score but 2 on the creep factor, overall Slipknot Scissors gets a 6 out of 10 on the Scariest media scale. So with the 6 out of 10 on the Scariest media scale, that obviously gives Scissors by Slipknot a slightly unnerving. I would definitely say that describes the song pretty well. It's a slightly unnerving song, not truly enough to, leave that true lasting impact that, for say, Daddy by Korn left, but definitely enough to get underneath someone's skin decently. So, there you guys go. Well, there you go. My name is Brendan Reviews, and I hope you guys are having a great day, evening, night, whatever the fuck time you guys are watching this, and I'll see you all next time.